Hello, welcome guys to the project series. And here I am with new project. And today our project is to make an recipe app. In this app, we are like fetching an API of a recipe from which we are getting random recipes for the food. And uh, this is a simple app. Like it is similar to the previous we made like news app and the other book app. Without wasting time, let's jump into the project. So here in the screen, this is our like the final app we will like to make. So let's start. So, firstly, I'll give you the project preview. So, for this project, we have included the similar packages which we have like included before. So, the packages we have included is here, like the HTTP for posting the get a post request, then the Google font, and then the Flutter icons for giving the app icon or removing that Flutter logo when we install our app. So without wasting time, let's jump into the project thing. So inside the project, this is a main file. So firstly, let's make the main function where all the things will be there, or we can say that the first function which will be executed whenever we'll open an app. So inside main function, I want a run app function, and for run app function, I want firstly I have to create a stateless widget which I can call uh, that my app, and the thing I have to include is the material widget. So I can pass this to in our app run app. So I have to remove this. Okay. So Uh, this is the stateless widget way which I have written. And the next thing we have to remove container with material app for making this screen kind of dashboard. And here I can give the home function or debug checker thing false. Okay. And to provide something inside home, I have to again make a stateful widget, and I can name it as a recipe screen. And pass this name to the home. Perfect. So this is the thing. You can remove this blue line through applying constant. So this is our like the basic structure which we will like going to use in this project. And let's try to rebuild our app again. So app is rebuilt, and all the apps now shows the black screen because we have not like designed the things. So let's start with designing, or before designing, let's give some of the variables which we are like going to use in this one. So for let's make a list in which all the recipes are like going to be there, uh, which will be firstly at give us that. So perfect. We have created a variable. Now I can also create a function of for like getting the values from the API, which will be a future function. And I can name it as a fetch recipe. So I've named the function, and is this is a future function to have to include async file and final. Let's make another thing inside this response, which will be await. And now we can call our http dot get function, inside which we want URI parse. In here, we can give our API. So for API, I have like copied the API, which will be providing. I will be providing this inside the description box. Perfect. Remove the error. We have to do this, and we have not defined like imported the HTTP function, HTTP package. So for that, we can call import HTTP as HTTP. Now error will be gone. So perfect. We have like called the API. Now we have to like get the data from the API and store it into the variable. So for that, mm, we have to make another variable which stores the data. So firstly, let's create a condition. If this API runs, so you can call response uh, status code is equals to 200, cause the status code for the getting the data or the success in getting the data is 200. And now if it is successful, we want data as a variable which store json.decode of response body. Okay. And now just we have to import JSON convert package to. So this thing is done. And now we just want to use set state. So we can use the data inside the data and store it in the list which we made it. So the data we want from the API is from the hits map. So I have used the hit. I pasted the. I will give the API in the description, so like you can use and get the details about the API from the Postman or any other thing you use. So this is perfect. Now I can have to give else condition 2, and inside else again I want to call set state. So if this piece, if status code like is not successful, then I don't want to like do anything interesting. So perfect. This is the thing, we have made the function which like can get the data from the API and store it into the list recipes which we will be going to use. Uh, Now let's focus into the let's move into the API or designing. Sorry. So for designing, let's change this into the scaffold. Inside scaffold, I can make our app bar and other different things like app bar, which have the title, not actions. Title of text, the recipe, So inside which I can also give the styles. So for styles, I am using Google Fonts, dot poppins, font size 20 and font weight. Okay. Color. So they have given the title, another thing is the elevation. You can also give background. Same goes for giving the background color to the entire thing. Now let's try to run our app and see the differences. So we got the differences like recipe app demo. Now let's move forward to the body. So for body, I call the body function inside which firstly I want a column. Inside column, I can call the children for children. Firstly, I can use a size box, 516, comma, and after can you expand it so can cover the whole area or the screen. And for the child, I want a future builder. In previous one, we created this thing using the init state, but here we will be creating this with the help of future builder. So inside future builder, we want the future to be the function we made here. And we also have to give the builder. So for builder, context snapshot, and in return we want a text style, list style. Sorry. So we have given the list style. Inside list style, we want firstly not the list style first. First we want a list view. That should be builder. Inside builder, item builder of list recipe length. This is item builder. Item count should be up. And for item builder, we want same thing as index here. And now we can paste the list style here. So now we can design a list style, but I think this before this we have to call the return and I have to also make one function which will be like one function, not one variable, which will be like constant. So let's call it final type of recipes index 4. Now we can finally design a list. So for the list style, we want a leading image network, perfect, inside which we want, we can copy this recipe image, give it, and height of 80. So we have to remove the constant. Okay. So we have used the image. Now we want a little text. You can also like make your customize uh, list style with, or customize design with the type of container. But here we are using the list style for text. We have recipe label beside which we can give the text style. So for saving time, let's copy this, change the things to 16 and 24 and this is 25. So strike we will have we are like getting the error or we have to also write the thing for null because this is like new null safety thing. So firstly let's complete and add the null safety thing too. So let's make a subtitle, same as text, and in text we want recipe. So let's try to rebuild our app. can also give this style. Same. Perfect. Uh, Now or like the thing is completed. Let's interchange this 500. Try to reformat this. Now we can like rebuild our app. Like we can rebuild our app now and try to build this again. So let's pause this and rebuild this again. So let's check our app. Perfect. It is like perfectly. So this is our all the data which we are getting from the API, and below this it is like vegan, dairy free, the type of the thing we are using. So uh, this is our app. Uh, the assignment of the task that you have to do is to like make another screen. If the user clicks on this, the user navigates to another screen, and the person can get all the data, all the list or the process of making the recipe, making the dish, which you only have to do similar thing from which like we had did in the news app. In the news app, I think you remember we got navigated to the next screen and show the full article. Similar thing you have to do here. Only just you have to pass data from this screen to another screen and fetch the data from the API from the section which uh, shows all the steps. So I think it is a simple thing you all can do. We have done it before, so your task is to do that only. And thank you for joining. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's meet in another.